Cooper, extraordinary final series.
Before we start, if you're getting something.
What's that?
The viewers have spoken, mate.
For the final show. There we go. It always happens.
You're headlining every other show, like Ray Hadley's Face to Face. You're on this. You got your own show. I just thought a little bit of love here.
Double duty, Johns.
Anyway,
I know. That's it.
Grand final week, yeah.
It's been, mate. What a final series it's been.
It has been, actually.
Yeah.
I think about some of the moments that we as players, like it comes down to grand final week and the moment. And you can slice it and dice it as much as you want. There's only one way you want to finish grand final week. Like, there is only one way. Yeah. You want to win it. You want to have the party of your life.
The game, Coop, and we had Hudson Young on the show last night, and I spoke to him about this after the show. I said, the game at the moment, Coop, I've never seen it better. The players are remarkable what they're doing. I don't think we always look previous eras, through rose-coloured glasses, the romanticism. I don't think there is any era in the game that even comes close to what is happening right now. Yeah. And I think it's just so imperative for the game, because the game's going that way, that Perth and PNG are successful. Yep. It's a really big moment. If we can nail those two expansion ventures, then, mate, the game will continue to grow exponentially. Yeah,
I think the one thing that is consistent in the game right now is it's in a good spot, but our best players are playing well. I think that magnifies our game.
It does.
When the best players are fit and healthy and dominating. Like that game yesterday was basically Cleary versus Walsh, build-up.
Incredible.
And the other night was Munster. It was Harry Grant played well. Our best players are living up to the expectation at the moment.
But just a great time of the year. Isn't it? Like grand final week, you get there and the weather's warmer, birds are nesting.
Birds are chirping.
They are. As a player, Coop, this week, is there anything, like what's a memory that comes back to you in your, leading up to your numerous grand finals?
I think the one thing you can never let go of and want to relive every time it's grand final week is the moment you leave from the hotel. You have a team meeting, and normally because you're an interstate team, you stay at a hotel somewhere so it's close by. The amount of fans that flock the foyer of your hotel with all the colours, they have to arrive a path that zigzags through the hotel outside to the bus. And it's almost like rock star reception. There is thousands of people and your adrenaline is pumping as soon as you get out. It's epic. I've never relived it any other way, but I think the fans make that experience and the build-up, the intensity that you can feel when you arrive at the bottom of the stadium. You can feel the chairs banging and the intensity outside.
We beat, to make the grand final, we beat North Sydney on the Saturday, and then the next day we went into the pool, a bit of a recovery session, but the first time we sort of went and had a training session at our training venue where fans could turn up was on the Monday. 5,000 people turned up, and we went, okay. There's something special, Billy. And I remember our coach, Malcolm, really got us in, and he said, this is what's going to happen all week. He said, we can do this one or two ways. We can actually try to escape from it, or embrace it and enjoy it. He goes, I'm not telling you blokes what to do, but I think the second one is going to be a lot more enjoyable. And he said, I think the first one will drain us more.
I agree with that, because my first one, I didn't enjoy. I think like the Dally M's were on, you had the civic reception, you had all these different events in the build-up. It was like, oh, geez, I don't want to be here. I don't really want to be here.
Yeah.
And then you lose that game and go, you know what? I need to change my attitude for the next ones. The ones I won, it was definitely, they were enjoyable parts to be a part of. If there was one thing I could bottle about grand finals is the adrenaline rush before you run out onto the field. Like, there is nothing that makes you feel like a rugby league player than that moment.
In a lot of your grand finals, was there anything that happened in the game that really sticks out to you during the game?
I think the Dogs 2012 grand final. Billy scored a try that was a set play where he hit a little hang piece from a right to left. And we've been practicing all week because we knew that Josh Reynolds likes to come out of line and try and smash the back rower. And it was a tight contest, and we had all this possession, and Billy was trying to call that play from the first minute. And I was going, no, let's wait. We got the penalty, and I said no, and Ryan Hoffman said, mate, do it. He's been smashing me all afternoon. he said to do it, that gave me the confidence that he was going to get taken out of play. So we just set it up 2 plays to the right-hand side. It ended up being a pretty big play.
Moment that sticks out for me is a little bit of a geez, if only. The week before to beat North Sydney, Joey went off with the punctured lung. And so I'd kicked the field goal to get us through. It was a wonderful kick.
I'm sure it was.
It was amazing. I watch it most nights. Oh, not this again, Dad.
It's on your phone.
It is, absolutely. But what happened, Coop, leading into the next week, we did all the media stuff, and Ray Martin, from Channel 9, icon of Australian television, he interviewed me and he said, let's talk about this week. Let's imagine same score, 16 all, same field position. Do you call the ball and do you make it? And I say, yeah, I do, and yes, I do. Well, you wouldn't believe it, Coop. 16 all in the grand final, similar field position, happened again. Yep. And I hit it, and I hit the post. Now, I don't like to, this is a kids program, I don't like to use the word but there's no other way to describe it. Coops, okay, it's our final show. Awards. Our Player of the Year, gold, silver and bronze.
In third place for me,
Yep.
Tarpany. I think he'd been a colossus through the middle, outstanding for Canberra. Number 2, Isaiah Katoa. I think he just might dominate the competition for the next 10 years.
I think you're exactly right.
And I think James Tedesco is a lock for the Dally M. You cannot go past what he did for the Roosters this year. He was the most consistent player. He was their best player. And he will win, I think, his second Dally M. And he deserves it. From where he came from, a couple of years ago under pressure, lost the captaincy of New South Wales and Australia. He is back to his best.
I've gone bronze. I've gone James Tedesco. Silver, Harry Grant, and gold. I've gone Payne Haas. Haas has had a incredible season. He's had a back injury, but he just keeps turning up, and he was incredible yesterday. We'll talk about that.
What about Coach of the Year, mate?
I've gone Madge. And we've. Just what he's had to deal with a lot, and like Ricky, my temptation is to say Ricky's going to win it. I'm certain he'll win that. Yeah. But I just look at Madge, and he's had to deal with a lot of criticism. He's had pressure from the ex-players, all that sort of stuff, but he's got him through.
Yeah, I say Ricky does. I think they were the best team throughout the year. Fell over at the back end, but they were good. Like, they lit up our screen every weekend, the way they played. I think honourable mention needs to go to Ivan Cleary. Like, if he had have got to the grand final, what was it, after 12 rounds last, and didn't even look like the Penrith of old, whatever he and that leadership group did to get back to 7th spot, ultimately win a couple of finals and go within a whisker of another grand final, I think he deserves a big ovation.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, geez, he was all class after the game. I thought yesterday he was, and I mean, they've won 4 in a row, I understand it, but he was very classy.
I like when the question came, was it feel like the dentist did it over? And he said, it's not over.
Over.
What are you talking about? So with that one comment, I'm like, they're going to be back.
No doubt. My rookie of the year is Leka Halasima. I thought he's been
past that.
Yeah, he's been good.
Mark Nawonga-Netawase for me. Like, from where he was to what he did at the back end of the year, he became a try-scoring machine. And you could put probably 2 or 3 of his tries this year as up for try of the year. Yeah. Like, the athleticism and the high-end skill to finish tries, brilliant year.
And I think he should, like, there's talk that we won't select him now because in 12 months' time he's going to go to uni. Select him. He deserves to go.
Yep.
And I tell you what,
we just spoke about the best players lighting up the finals. Yeah. Get your best players available.
And do you know what, Coop? He's a beacon for other union players to look and go, geez, look what it's done for this bloke's profile. He's been a success story. I might just give this crack.
Because you pick him now because he deserves to be. Yeah. If he wants to go play for the Wallabies, go on. But he will come back because of the experience, right?
There's a lot of water passed under the bridge. Still 12 months away.
Whereas if you don't pick him now and those things, he'll go, well, you know what?
What a game yesterday. What a game. Yeah. 14-0 down. Did you see the Broncos coming back?
I didn't see them coming back. I saw them winning before the game. But then the Penrith machine. So leading into the game, I thought it was all about, can the Penrith defence stop the edge attack of the Brisbane Broncos? And for the first 40 minutes, they did. Like that right side shut down Reece and Shibasaki a couple of occasions. And on the flip side, the right edge attack of Penrith just dismantled Brisbane.
Mate, they were.
Alamotti, 2 tries, and it was pretty straightforward attack. It wasn't a special play. It was just icon ball playing from Nathan Cleary and that right side connecting.
The way they can condense to get up.
So at 14-0, I thought, this is Penrith.
Yeah.
They get to the front, they lead. There was a set in the first couple of minutes straight after second half. If they score, I think Penrith go on.
Isn't it funny? And they had numerous opportunities there to ice the game. I know it's a long way, but if they go 20-0 up, I think that breaks the spirit of Broncos, and they go.
And the Broncos did a tremendous job. Playing on a Sunday afternoon at Suncorp was a big part of their fight back. They had that crowd rocking from word go. And from a pure, loved it, enjoyed it, I think it's put up on the mantelpiece as what an advertisement of our game. But if you look at it through like a footy lens, the 3 tries the Broncos scored was it's more luck than craft and setup, right? So they did a really good job. But I'm worried about that this weekend for them. Like they didn't, Reece Walsh was good, but he didn't finish off the line break. He threw that pass over the top for Marinette. It was a bit lucky. But Nathan Cleary in the 60th minute knocked back a penalty shot. In hindsight, poof, tick over that scoreboard, get the ball back. But that was a hell of a game.
Great game.
Yep.
Just the speed and intensity of the second half. There was a moment, I think, was sort of examples of how tired these blokes were. Liam Martin went in to attempt to tackle, and he came out of it, and I said to the boys in the green room, I said, mate, he's concussed himself because he's wobbling. And then you went, no, it's fatigue. Mate, he could barely move, and he was like he was concussed. And Xavier Willison, similar. Not long before he scored that important try, he got up, he could barely get to his feet. He played the ball, and he actually turned to the sideline as if to say, Madge, get me off, mate. I'm
done.
I thought he was really good. Willison, I thought he was true. What about...
Payne Haas's second half, his second stint was out of this world. Like, his carries, he was the only real forward that was causing issues for the Panthers' defence. Like, every carry. Post-contact meters, fast play of the ball. And then there was a couple of moments he dived on a loose ball that could have been a try-scoring opportunity in the in goal. And then he was the one that went out and put pressure on Nathan Cleary with the 2-point field goal. Like, he is a machine.
What about that? What about the drama of that with Nathan running backwards? Mate, it's just some amazing moments. I tell you, mate, Reece Walsh. Pretty boy, yes. Bit of lair in him, yes. Tough, yes. Tough. Mate, like yesterday in that game, taking 2 carries in a set of 6, but the other one...
In the first set of 6.
In the first.
He was a reason Scott Sorensen didn't come back. Not because he made contact, because how aggressively he ran and broke through Sorensen's tackle, basically.
Running like that great test of testing the toughness of the opposition. If you run, to let people know, if you and I are defending here and a guy, Reece Walsh sprints in between us, it's testing our ability to put our heads there because, and like you saw with Scotty Sorensen, there's a fair chance if you don't get it right, you're going to get concussed. You're going to clash heads.
Rule. If you run harder than I'm willing to tackle you, you're every chance of getting through the other side. And you talk about getting through tackles in between defenders. He did that for the Mariner try. That gave Adam Reynolds the opportunity. Go watch it back. Reece Walsh just shot out of a gun, just says, try and stop me. All the Panthers defenders sort of latched onto him and fell over, and he had enough strength to get the ball over the top.
Tell you that, Karapani and Mariner, they're unsung heroes. They barely get mentioned. Yesterday, they in their second half, they really took some pressure off their
moments
forwards.
Are all about taking control and not hesitating. Mariner had an opportunity. He had a decision to make when he got that ball. It was either, do I try and finesse this with a couple of foot step beat back inside? and he had a split second to decide. He went, nah, I'm putting the hammer down. Lindsay Smith, Brighton To'o, and Dylan Edwards came across, and he just went for it.
Yeah, I thought both those blokes were
And
tremendous.
I want to give Adam Reynolds a big rap here.
Oh.
Like,
You know, Coops. So he didn't take the kick early because obviously the hamstring, preserving the hamstring. When that ball gets put on the mound, it goes back. He's kicking for, in my opinion, his legacy at the Broncos.
Potential legacy.
Potential
I think
legacy.
he has to win.
Yes.
For him to sit alongside Alan Langer at the next celebration, he needs to win.
That was incredible kick. My guts was rumbling for him.
You talk about you in 97, right?
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds, so in the COVID year, had the opportunity from the other sideline on the field against Penrith and missed. And he hasn't kicked, he's got his hamstring injury for 5-6 weeks, probably hasn't done a lot of goal kicking in that time. And Reece Walsh missed that conversion with a few minutes to go. And I would love to see the camera shot of how that ball got transitioned from Reynolds to Walsh.
Yeah.
Did Walsh go, mate, please do it?
Yeah.
Or did Reynolds go, give me the ball?
I got a feeling it might be the latter.
Give me the ball.
give me the ball.
And he did not, like, I was trying to, as I watched him walk in, he wasn't blinking, he wasn't looking up and down, he was dialed in.
And isn't that like... You know,
So good to
Cooper,
see.
You was heartbroken wearing the 7 jersey and watching him yesterday, like he was rusty.
Yeah,
Like,
he was,
You could see that, he was rusty. But wearing that 7 means that you are exposed to the really high pressure moments. And they're the ones you've got to nail.
And I
All's
think-
well that ends well.
And to explain a little bit of why Penrith lost the game in the second half, like the fatigue, the ball in play, the emotion of it all, this team has been trying to get back to Everest since round 12. And did it kick in at the 65th minute mark when they just didn't need it to?
Yeah.
They were out on their feet.
There was a moment they were ahead, and they cut up to the box, and it's probably the most animated
Yeah.
I've seen. Ivan, you could see was sensing we're slipping.
Pushed his
here.
hair back.
Yeah,
He was
we're slipping.
agitated, yeah.
Yeah.
And every time they were trying to get out of their own end, there was an error. There was just not the dynamic movements that they needed to. And I feel like it was just, it all crept up when they didn't need it to.
Their season out of 10. It's hard to gauge because it's such an unprecedented season.
Yeah. I so want to give them like a 9,
Yeah.
like I do, but it probably drops back to an 8 because of how the way they started.
Yeah. The first half of the year a 1.
Yeah.
The back half of the year 10.
Yeah.
Sharks, Storm. Look, for mine, in a nutshell, Storm won it on the back of their discipline, which they're renowned for in big games.
And their spine.
And their spine.
Their spine.
Yeah. I just thought the Sharks, mate, they gave away so many soft offside penalties. There was one early in the game. It was about 4 minutes in, and they've got Melbourne trapped in the corner pocket. And, mate, it was just such a soft offside penalty, and then the Storm go down the other end and score.
Yep. I thought the Storm spine have been waiting a long time for this moment. It's almost like, yes, they had a game plan. Yes, they wanted to do this, but that was second in their mindset. Mindset 1 was going to run the ball and be the dominant player on the field. When Harry Grant ran, Munster ran, and then the bravery and the strength of mind for Jerome Hughes to do what he did.
Not enough has been made of it, Coops.
Oh, mate, I'm telling you, like, I thought there was a moment there early in the game, Fanua Blake was being lined up on him and he just ran it inside Eli Cartel. He needed to isolate Hughes to see if he was capable of defending. But then Hughes got that ball, that right foot, that left fan.
Typical Hughes try.
Yeah, and he doesn't often layer up Hughes, but when he celebrated that, he knew he was back. I thought it was a strong performance from the spine.
Like in 2000, Shane Wedke went down in folklore.
Yeah.
He played with a broken arm in the grand final off 5 weeks, righto. Jerome, 22 days from a broken arm and back playing, and was the star of the game. Munster, geez, I tell you what, Coop, in my opinion, he was the best player in the field. Just his running game, so strong.
Yeah, we talk about the game plan, and we've said this about Munster all the time. He did it in game 2 for Queensland. In big games, he runs the ball. Like, halves have this ratio of possessions to runs. And normally just generally a halfback might touch the ball 50 times and they might run the ball 5 or 6 times. In big games, Munster goes the other way. Like he touches the ball, let's call it 35 times. He's running the ball 15, 20 times.
He is one of the greatest ever big game players.
I think the Broncos need to stop that. Like if he's running the ball, there's no chance. But the one thing I will say about the Sharks, the Storm's best players played well, and I thought the Sharks' best players were quiet. They weren't bad, but in a prelim final, you need to be better than quiet. Like I thought Fanua Blake was quiet. Their back three that had been good all final series were quiet. And Nico Hines and Trindle. Brayley, he was quiet.
He was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was. Stefano. I thought Tui Kamikamitha off the bench was mighty. I thought it was his best game of the season. And Stefano was a powerhouse.
He smashed Billy Burns in a carry. And I thought, wow, that's the type of impact you want from your front row. And then he provided the offload for Hughes. But if that was his best game of his career, Stefano, geez, he's going to have to double down on that this weekend.
Well, he came out firing today.
Yeah.
He came out, what did he say? He said he doesn't like some of the Broncos players. They're stuck up.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
What do you reckon Bellyack would have a yard with to say?
There's going to be more barbs coming the other way. Like, Reece Walsh, Ezra Mam, I don't think they can hold back. But that's not something that Craig Bellamy would want his players to be saying.
Storm Broncos, 2006 grand final. Coop, you'd have memories of that game.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Let's hear. Sorry, mate. But mate, you won enough of them. It's okay. Like we just touched on it, both games. There is no comparison. The speed and the intensity in the heat of the Broncos Panthers versus the stop-start nature of the Storm and the Sharks. Look, Madge has come out today and said, it's rubbish, don't worry about the extra 2 days. But the bottom line is, mate, it is a monumental advantage. 2 days of extra recover on top of the nature of the two contests. It is advantage Melbourne.
Firstly, it is exactly the right thing for Michael Maguire to say that. You cannot get into a press conference after that prelim final and say, yes, it's a disadvantage or advantage. You can't say that. So he's saying everything he needs to put belief into his team. On the flip side, it is an advantage.
Yeah, it is.
Like to have 2 days prior, the Friday night game, penalty stop-start on a Friday night in Melbourne, up against ball in play, long time, Sunday afternoon, fast-paced, distinct advantage at the back end of the year. Absolutely. Storm
spine, Broncos spine. Does Mam start?
No. Oh, look, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good, but I don't think he should. He went after Nathan Cleary, and that probably should have been a penalty, but that was a bit of a lightning rod moment for the Broncos. Like you took on the best player, smashed him up a little bit, and the Broncos went on to win that game.
By the way, loved Liam Martin's response.
Yeah, went after him as well.
That's how it should be, mate. Protect your halfback.
Final weekend, right? Every time in rounds 1 to 27, what Ezra Mam did to Cleary is a penalty. And then there was a scuffle and things like that, whatever. But at the end of the day, I think Ezra Mam starts off the bench. I like what Ben Hunt and Adam Reynolds does early on. Corey Pakes is okay at number 9. Then Ben Hunt goes to 9 and he's got confidence. He went for that 40-20 that went within a whisker. He threw the big dummy that got Willison that try. So I think you got to keep Ezra Mam fresh, bring his running game on, and I like Ben Hunt's confidence in the 9 jersey.
One thing about Melbourne Storm, their left side defence is a bit of a concern. The first try that the Sharks scored, uniformly they'd all just rushed, sort of blindly in, a little tunnel ball through to Katoa. And then the second try was the reverse. It was a bit of a lack of communication, and you could see Munster backing off a little bit. Short ball, Billy Burns went through. And
so in last year's grand final, I think it was Liam Martin that scored a try just on the stroke of half-time. Caught Jack Howarth out of position, and Jack Howarth got spotted up again against the Cronulla Sharks. So, forward-looking, that's exactly where the Brisbane Broncos will look to get to, that Munster and Howarth combination on that left edge. On the flip side, the Brisbane Broncos left edge for the first 40 minutes didn't even look like stopping a try. Nathan Edwards were going down there, Alamotti scored a couple of tries. So I think the key to Melbourne Storm is 2 things. I think Eli Katoa potentially could have a Clive Churchill medal. I think he could be the best player on the ground.
He's had a great season.
Great season because he's an aerial threat on the kicks. His combination with Jerome Hughes is centimetre perfect. And if Jerome can get that combination going on the left edge, I think that's a good spot.
Well, let's do it. Who wins? Who's Clive Churchill medalist?
Melbourne Storm win for me. I think it's a dominant victory for Melbourne. I think they win, let's call it 28-10 or something. I think Ellie Cartel for me.
I've gone Storm. I've gone Storm by 4. And I've gone Clive Churchill medal. I've gone Ryan Pappenhausen. Second game back from a spell.
Why haven't we chosen the superstars of our game? Why haven't we chosen Reece Walsh, Adam Reynolds, Munster, Harry Grant for Clive Churchill?
For me, just gut feel.
Yeah.
He's won one before, Pappenhausen. There was a few things in that game with Paps that I went, okay, like you can see, he's about to explode. He hasn't played a lot of football this year. That was his first game back from a stint on the sidelines, and I thought he showed enough. I think this is going to be a big game for him.
I think,
and the other one too, Coops, is playing against a Broncos middle defence who will fatigue.
Yep. Yesterday, I think the advantage for Melbourne Storm is through the kicking game. I think Mariner and Karapani look vulnerable under the high ball, and I think William Warbrick and Xavier Coates have a point of difference there.
Righto, Coops. Well, hey, guys, that's our final show for the year. Listen, we really appreciate
Cronk
you
and Matty,
watching
by the way.
Give us
Cronk and
support.
Matty.
There you go. Yes, that's right. We'll adjust that for next year. Don't worry. I know the letters of complaint are going to come in. But but thanks for viewership through the years and supporting the show. And mate, you might see us out and about around Christmas time. Feel free to come up and shout me a beer. Good on you guys.